Okay, so we're trying to find the distance, and what you're going to do is find, first of all, delta x, which is the difference between the two x ordinates. So let's be very clear about what x ordinates are. These are the x ordinates, and these are the y ordinates. So these are the x, and these are the y. So that would be 46 minus 40. Let me clear that. And minus 18, negative 18, minus a minus 30. Now that's the difference. So it's not negative 18 minus 30, it's negative 18 minus a negative 30. Now, here the calculator is on, so this is a little bit scaffolded, and the difference between the two is 6, so that would be 6 quantity squared. And the difference between the y's, the y ordinates, is 12, so that would be 12 quantity squared. Again, the calculator is, no, not 12. Yes, 12 quantity squared, but you have to raise it to the second power. There we go. Now, the difference between, or rather, the sum of the squares using Pythagorean theorems would be the distance. Would be the distance squared, right? So according to the Pythagorean theorem, d squared is equal to delta x squared plus delta y squared. Delta x squared is 36. Delta y squared is 144. Right? And you can see the progression of the Pythagorean theorem being worked out here on the side here as you work it out. Now, the sum of the two is 180, so we add those two. And then I take the square root of both sides, and that would be d is equal to the square root of 180, right? And then I 180, I look at my table, 180 is 36 times 5, right? So this would be the square root of 36 times 5. And then I split up the radical into two separate radicals. The square root of 36, that's a perfect square, is 6, radical 5. So this would be the distance between these 2 points using Pythagorean theorem, which is basically the distance formula, right? And then simplifying the radical at the end, right? Now, the same point, but I want to find the midpoint of those two. So when you find the midpoint, you add the x ordinates and divide by 2. You average them. That's what x bar stands for. It's the average between the x ordinates. So the average between the x ordinates is 46 plus 40 divided by 2. And now you simplify that. That would be 86 divided by 2. 86 divided by 2, which the calculator tells us is 43. So that equals 43. Right? So you could just put 43 there. Okay, and then here we have, or you could put 86 divided by 2, rather. Put 86 divided by 2. And the same thing here with the y ordinates. You want to add them and divide by 2. It's negative 18 plus negative 30. And that is negative 48. Negative 48 divided by 2. Right? So now you have... Now the calculator is giving you the answer here only on the first 5 problems. From problem 6 to 10, the calculator is disabled, so you're going to have to do the math on your own. So I'm showing you here, you want to put 86 divided by 2, and 86 divided by 2 is in fact 43. 43, comma, negative 24. Put the last parenthesis, you get the first one for free, and you get the first parenthesis, it automatically puts it there. And now you get a picture. When you get it right, you can get the 30 points for all the work, and you get a picture. So here are the 2 points, point A, point B. The distance between those 2 points is 6 radical 5, and the midpoint is 43 minus 24. Okay, so now let's go over the midpoint, the distance, you're obviously using the Pythagorean theorem as we did with many examples in class. Okay, but the midpoint, what is the midpoint all about? Well, if you draw a box like this, right? It's the average of the x's, or the middle, right? So you go in 3, you go in 3, and that would be 43, right? And if you average the y's, right, it would be a point in the middle right here, right? So you can see here there are 2, 4, 6 up in the top, 6 boxes in the bottom. It would be right in the middle, and that's the midpoint.